How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is me, Mortal Warrior here,
Take two.
yeah, we're with Ultra Godzilla. Sorry about that, Jacob. Oh,
Take two.
yeah, take two. We previously had an interruption halfway through recording, and
Someone might boil up, so we needed to help.
So as you can see on the screen right now, we are going to be watching the Star Wars Force Awakens trailer. Me and Jacob have already seen it like a lot of times, so we're also going to be giving it.
I've only seen it like twice, but I can work with it. But still,
yeah, he's got enough for an analysis. But we're going to be analyzing it and then giving us our thoughts on it. And then we'll go ahead and even go as far as to give it a rating out of like 1 out of 10 at the end of how good of a movie it'll be. All right, so let's go ahead and get the trailer started.
Time to do it again.
Woo!
Who are you? I'm no one. I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. There are stories about what happened. It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real. The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
All right, so that was the Star Wars trailer that came out. What, like a few days, like 2 days ago,
3 days.
3 days. All right, so more or less, it's a relatively new trailer, but it's literally
yeah.
broke the internet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through step by step. Jacob, do you have your computer on your end open up?
Of course.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on. Where's my remote? I'm gonna turn this down. No reason to keep the volume up that high.
Yeah, because all we need to do is really just visually look at it.
So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get past this. All right, so the first little real look we get is a what appears to be a masked person exploring what I would take to be a Star Destroyer. I'm at 014 if you want to know, Jacob.
Okay, still.
Yeah, but it appears that she's like exploring a Star Destroyer. And I would take it right here at this girl and the little rolly droid where they're walking in the sand dune. I would take it that it's her exploring the Star Destroyer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, I did notice that. She has the same weapon by the looks of things.
Yeah, so... And I'm interested to see that little droid. I mean, I saw a video that droid is not like CGI. He's an actually made droid.
That's actually pretty cool. I want one.
Yeah, I would want that. I would buy that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... Alright, so... obviously, right there, I'm going to point it out. Right there, the next screenshot. There's a little ship right here. It may be hard to see from the lighting, but there's a ship right here. I have no idea what that ship is, but I can only guess that that's like an Empire ship. What would you say?
I'm having a hard time trying to see where.
It's at 27 seconds.
Okay, yeah, it looks like an Empire ship.
Now, guys, keep in mind that this is just me and Jacob's like analysis and our opinions. So
yeah, so we have no really official information yet until the movie does come out.
All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see where else we go. All right, so she's looking up at something, like she's noticed something or someone. And from the looks of it, she looks kind of nervous about it.
It's probably Finn.
Yeah, it's probably a Stormtrooper Finn. Because obviously, I would guess he's wearing the armor. And obviously, if he's wearing the armor, that would raise some eyebrows alone itself.
Well, considering that you did notice in the trailer, that he had taken off like the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's one of the next scenes
in
in
it. Yeah, so I'm
okay,
guessing.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Still.
We'll get to that in a second. The next scene we have is the army of stormtroopers standing before what appears to be like their leader. And personally, to me, Jacob, you can comment on this if you want to. It looks like the first. If you guys already didn't know, this is not the Galactic Empire. The Galactic Empire is gone. This is actually a new faction called the First Order.
I guess it's sort of a subvert of the Empire.
Yeah, they derived from inspiration from the Empire, and it sort of looks like they got better technology than the Empire did.
Yeah, I mean they still have the same TIE fighters and everything.
Yeah, all right. So the next thing we get is Finn taking off his helmet. Oh, did you want to say something else?
Well, that and they do have a different symbol by the looks of things.
Give me a second. I'll back up and I'll see.
Like it has a lot more of a.
It's
still like a.
Crap.
Yeah. You can see it on the giant red curtains.
Yeah.
Barely, but it's. And
yeah.
I would assume that they're on Hoth, but it could be anywhere else.
Maybe. I'm not really sure where that's at. Alright, so then you get Finn right here. He's taking his helmet off. He looks like he's horrified at what he's done, or at least looking like he's regretting it.
If you look into the trailer, he basically said he was born to do this, as in he was probably born into this. So I'm actually assuming that this is like a cult, and that or essentially like a cult.
Yeah.
And that he was born into this family.
It makes sense.
And yeah.
All right. Well, then you get the crashed stormtrooper. No, not the crashed stormtrooper. Yeah. The crashed TIE fighter. That appears to be descending down to what I can only guess is Tatooine.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's Finn's TIE fighter. So what I'm gonna assume is that he tried to escape the whatever it is, maybe like a ship or something, and they shot him down.
Yeah, that would be like really the only explanation. All right, well then you get. As Jacob said earlier, Finn's out of his costume and seems to be looking down on a little village.
And that's probably where our female character is, which I don't know her name yet.
Yeah, they've not really released her name yet, as far as I know.
I do think she has a relation with Han Solo and Leia, I think. She may be a child of them, I don't know. It just looks like that she would be.
Where's my phone? If I can find my phone, I can look and check this stuff out. There's my keys. There it is. I was about to say, whenever I need my phone, it's never around. But go ahead and elaborate more on Finn right there.
Well, from what it looks like, he probably isn't. from that crash, obviously, like in the first trailer.
Yeah. Now, obviously, it looks like he ditched the stormtrooper outfit. Obviously, probably with good intentions too.
Yeah.
Because you think 30 years after this, showing up in a little village on Tatooine wearing a stormtrooper's outfit probably not gonna fare too well for him.
Yeah, considering that Tatooine was one of the planets that was affected by the Empire's rule, for sure.
Yep. Alright, so she does have a name. Her name is Rey. But nothing's known about her character, so...
So, all I can do is speculate that she has some relation with Han Solo and
yeah.
Leia. Because they do have similar looks to both of them and something of that nature.
Alright, so let's go ahead and continue
I could be
on.
wrong.
Alright, so this is probably right here the easily my most favorite part of the trailers with Kylo Ren. Obviously, he is probably one of the most badass Sith-like characters that I've ever seen. What's your opinion on him?
I do not know much about Kylo Ren, but what I do know is that he is a bad guy and needs to go. Because he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But
so, guys, don't get him confused. I mean, I guess technically couldn't he be counted as a Sith Lord?
Well, there really isn't much of a Sith Order anymore, so I would say he's trying to bring the Sith Order back.
I think he's more focused with trying to continue with what Darth Vader had started.
Yeah, like he mentioned in the trailer, he wanted to finish what Darth Vader started.
Yeah. And I think it's this is just like a side note. I think his costume looks better with the cloak hood.
Yeah, definitely. The cloak makes it look better.
Yeah.
Sure, the Mandalorian helmet does look pretty cool, but it just looks way better with the mask and the fact. Well, it looks mask. I meant the hood.
Yeah.
The cloak. It just suits it better, like with Darth Revan.
Yeah. Well, the whole Sith thing for Kylo Ren, I personally myself, this is just my opinion, guys. Don't kill me in the comments or anything about this. I consider Kylo Ren a Sith, not because of the Sith Order or anything like that, because he uses the Force and he draws from the dark side using his anger, and he has a red synthesized crystal in his lightsaber, which in my book, if you have all them, I can count you as a Sith.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's focused on eliminating the Jedi specifically, like previous Sith were.
Like good old Vader.
Yeah, I think he's more of wanting galactic conquest and to rule it.
And finish what Darth Vader basically started. But
yeah.
then again, what Vader did start was the annihilation of the Jedi.
Yeah, so for all we know, when the movie comes out, he may very well be seeking the Jedi's destruction. I mean, this is just our speculation from the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I will admit, I don't know which comic was it. Kylo Ren did briefly appear in the comics, and he did appear as a powerful character, although he didn't really show an arsenal of Sith skills like the Emperor or maybe Vader did. But he did make an appearance in a comic, if I remember right. Or at least someone like him did.
Yeah.
Alright, so then you get the burn up Darth Vader's helmet, which I can only imagine he went to Endor and got.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I hope they give us a backstory for Kylo Ren of showing him going and getting the helmet.
Yeah. Probably killed a bunch of little Ewoks.
Yeah.
Just to get it.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and bring this up here. If you guys haven't noticed, Luke is only in one. Luke Skywalker is not in the poster, and he's technically his face is not shown in the trailer, although he is shown, just not in the way fans want. And there's a lot of theories speculating on Luke. One of them being is that the main theory with Kylo Ren and Luke is that Kylo Ren wants vengeance for Vader's death because he thinks that Luke killed Vader. So Kylo Ren is trying to hunt Luke Skywalker down. That's like a popular theory that I've heard, but I mean, it could be different. But I mean, it makes sense. Because if you notice, pretty much, this movie's all about finding Luke.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I would say probably not in this movie, maybe in a sequel to it.
Yeah, probably in 8.
Yeah, if they do decide to continue with it, even though they may have, like, you had told me that they said they would.
Yeah.
But you never know how that works. But then it is Disney, so you're going to expect something back.
But the reason that, and this is just me and Jacob's speculation, is that they've not shown Lucas. He's the big reveal. Like, he is the big piece to the Star Wars sequels, and they want to save him.
Yeah, for the movies, because it would just ruin it. Because it's like, if you know for sure that he's in it, and you've seen his face, then it just ruined the movie.
Now, I have 2 theories to the Luke being in the movies, and this is how it goes. So my first theory is, later on, I'm not going to skip to it. We'll get to when we get to the on analysis part of it. But at one point, there's a shot with the girl Rey. She's crying, and what appears to be someone laying down on the ground on a snowy planet. Well, after that, you see Finn confronting Kylo Ren on a snowy planet. So what I'm assuming, and Jacob has a different theory on this, but I've theorized that Kylo Ren is going to kill Finn. And she's crying over his body because they went through so much together, and he's just dying right there in front of her. And Luke will show up towards the end to fight Kylo Ren. Now, is that a likely one? Maybe. But my other one is that they'll have Luke show up at the end of the movie, and then him be in like all of the 8th movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way.
Something that I noticed actually that Finn's lightsaber that he is holding right now, and it looks just like Anakin Skywalker's.
It actually is. They actually did confirm that is Luke Skywalker's and Anakin's lightsaber.
Yeah, that is his lightsaber.
So they better explain how he got that lightsaber.
Luke has to have given it to him. There is no other way. But the one thing that I don't get is the fact that didn't Luke lose that lightsaber in the 5th movie?
Well, yeah, in the original books, like a scavenger, or was it? I can't remember if it was a scavenger or someone else, but they got his hand that was still clutching onto the lightsaber out of the rafters in the Bespin City, and they brought it to Luke, and Luke gave it to Mara Jade. Now, that also brings up a point. I did not think of that. Thank you, Jacob. They may, in fact, find Luke, and Luke gives Finn the lightsaber.
Yeah, because that would be the only reason.
Yeah. That or that part where he takes his helmet off, he like kills someone that has the lightsaber, but that would kind of be like pointless and anticlimactic.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be that cool.
Yeah.
But
so I never thought of that. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on to the analysis. Alright, so you got Kylo Ren. He's clearly using the Force right there on that poor prisoner. And obviously he has the cloak, so his helmet looks a lot better now. But obviously, that exploding Force right there, do you think that's Endor? Endor, that moon of Endor?
Probably so.
I can't think of anywhere else that would be, except for that. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm speculating that it may be Endor, like memories of going to, like a flashback of going to Endor and destroying things. Whatever the case is, it's a big force that's getting like blowed up. Alright, so then we get the Millennium Falcon being chased by 2 TIE fighters in what appears to be the ruins of a Star Destroyer. And then we get Finn and Rey, this girl, they're on the Millennium Falcon. You get Han Solo, who tells them that all the stories are true.
Yeah.
So, hyperspace Millennium Falcon. Alright, so this is the next point. You get the troopers and Kylo Ren in the rain. That is such a beautiful shot right there. But actually, I cannot zoom in to show you guys. One of our friends on Facebook, Tyler, had actually pointed out in a picture that somewhere in the back right there, there is a Mandalorian soldier there. Or at least it's a guy that has like a Mandalorian style helmet. Now, have you seen that?
Let me see. Where would I find this spot at?
1 minute 24 seconds.
1 minute 24 seconds.
Now, I'm just going off like a picture of what Tyler said, but there appeared to be a guy with a Mandalorian mask.
Oh yes, actually there is. There is right behind the guy.
Yeah, I can see it. There it is.
Yeah, that is another Mandalorian by the looks of it.
But why would the main question for that is, if that is a Mandalorian, why is a Mandalorian helping Kylo Ren?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know.
That wouldn't make sense. They would have to make some sort of like deal or something. Maybe he hired a Mandalorian bounty hunter or something to hunt down Luke or something.
Probably so.
And then some fans would be like, "Oh, it's Boba Fett! Boba Fett's back!"
No, he's probably still in the Sarlacc.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Boba Fett is actually going to get his standalone film.
Yeah, because, well, Boba Fett's not dead. He's still in the Sarlacc beast.
Yeah, so, and I doubt Boba Fett would just sit down there and let the Sarlacc consume him. So, I say Boba Fett will climb out or something.
Funny thing is that he ends up getting back in the Sarlacc for like a stint time or something.
Yeah.
So, insult to injury.
Alright, so you get the X-Wings that flew over the water. And then we move on to what appears to be a battle between stormtroopers. And if you look right there in that stormtrooper on the right, he appears to have a different kind of blaster than what stormtroopers had in the past. Which kind of furthers on the, like, they have better technology now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he definitely does have a different weapon by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I noticed that. It looks like more of an assault rifle than like a blaster.
Alright, so what I can speculate right here is that this is going to be like a battle towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And what I love so much about this part is that the battles in the air and the battles on the land that it shows, they appear to be in the same area. So we're going to get dogfights between TIE fighters and X-Wings, like right above the battlefield with the soldiers on the ground.
Yeah.
Then you get the rebel troopers around Finn. Finn's just like, this is my new life. You get an X-Wing chasing down the TIE fighter. Explosion that Rey and Finn and them in front of them. Then you get Han leading Finn and Rey and the new little droid guy into a strange building. Could Luke potentially be in that building?
He probably could be.
I don't know, he could. I'm not sure what... Alright, so right there, guys. That is Luke's big reveal, but it's not the kind of reveal people were, like, wanting.
Yeah.
Now, how do we know that this is Luke? Well, for one, R2-D2 would not leave Luke for anyone else. Number two is that is a robot hand on that person's right hand. Luke lost his right hand.
Yeah.
Now, Jacob, what planet do you think they're on?
Let's see here. By the looks, it's a pretty. If they're on a planet, then that has to be like.
I want to say that previous part where Han's leading Finn and them into that colorful building, I think they're on the same planet as that.
Okay. I'm sorry. Someone's interrupting me. Just keep talking.
Yeah.
I can.
But it appears that It appears
Yeah,
that he's on the same planet as
I'm
what I
gonna
would guess
think
is that
so.
one building
Yeah.
where Han Solo and where Han Solo had led Finn and them in. Let's go back to that area.
Yeah. I'll meet back with you guys in a second. Okay.
Alright,
Sorry about that.
That's fine. So hold on, I had to plug my wire into my laptop anyways. It was dying right there. So this place right here, where it's got all the colorful banners and everywhere here, I think that they're actually on. Luke is on that planet. He's just in what appears to be like a campfire place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I have a feeling he's on the same planet as them. I just can't confirm it.
Also, one thing that I would like to point out is, you know the part where that girl, I don't know, I keep forgetting her name, but
Right?
whatever, where she's crying, yeah,
Yeah.
and she's crying at a body, and where, like you've mentioned that by the looks of it, it looks like Finn.
Yeah.
I'm kind of seeing somebody else. I think I'm seeing Chewbacca.
Oh, hold on. Let's go to that. All right, so you get the ships. Oh, you get right there the awesome ARC trooper in awesome armor. That is actually a female. Then you got Kylo Ren, who slashed a lightsaber. It appeared. I'd skip back too far, but that'll be all right. You got the ARC trooper right there. You got Kylo Ren, who appears to be like executing someone. And then you get this part right here. Now, this is the part that me and Jacob have been speculating about.
Yeah.
But now that you actually mention it, I can kind of see Chewbacca.
Yeah, because you notice the strap that Chewbacca wears.
Yeah, I noticed that in like the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, and I see that, but it's not to say that it's not to say that it is Chewbacca.
But another thing that stands out to me,
like it.
Another thing that stands out to me is it appears that there's hairs coming off of that lower right-hand shoulder.
Yeah, so it looks like it's Chewbacca that may be laying there.
Chewbacca may be injured, or he might be dead, guys.
Yeah, so the tears intensify, people.
Now, obviously, right here we get a better look at Chewbacca and Han. Now that you look at it, you really start to think that could majorly possibly be Chewbacca. See,
yay!
Originally, I thought it was Finn, and originally he thought it was Han Solo. But we both have.
No, I never. Yeah.
Well, you never really confirmed anything. He's like, it might be Han Solo.
Who knows?
But now that you mentioned it, I'm glad you brought that up. It really does look like Chewbacca.
It's because this was the main part that me and our friends had discussed.
Yeah.
Who was the dead person, or is that even a person, or a dead person, or an injured person? Or if it's anybody at all, maybe it could be just a piece of wood, for all we know. But,
I honestly think now that is Chewbacca.
Yeah, by the look, it looks, there's just similarities by it. It looks like there's hair, and it looks like the strap that Chewbacca wears.
Yeah. So maybe Chewbacca tries to save like Han or Finn or one of them, and Kylo like mortally wounds him or just wounds him in general.
Well, at least he dies in a better. If he does die in this movie, at least he dies better in this than he did originally.
Yeah, that was awful. All right, so you got Han and Chewie and them who have their hands up. But it doesn't appear to be like that, kind of like a rescue to where it's like their hands are up, but then they put them down because they know it's safe. It looks like they're genuinely like nervous about like something in front of them.
By the looks of it, they've probably been caught by Kylo Ren.
That, or there's probably like an AT-ST or something like right in front of them.
Probably.
But either way, they would like make them want to run. Alright, so you get this Rebel Trooper right here who's wearing a similar outfit to the previous troopers, but I don't think this pilot is wearing like the traditional colors. I think the colors might be different. But I'm pretty sure, and if they're going off of this, I don't think this is the Rebel Alliance. I'm pretty sure this is like the New Republic.
Yeah. Because the Rebel Alliance, well, there really is no point for them anymore. Luke rebuilt the Jedi Order.
Yeah, because in the books, like after Luke and all them beat the Empire and all that, and like the Galactic Civil War officially ends, it dissolves the Rebel Alliance into the New Republic.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't know if you noticed this, but I actually, I was watching a YouTuber and he brought this up. It was Angry Joe. So, if you notice on the poster, behind all the characters, there appears to be a planet like the Death Star, but it's not the Death Star. And it's got like this huge trench thing on the planet. Now, at this point right here, this I'm at 1 minute 50 seconds for you, Jacob. But there's a trench right there underneath all of them TIE fighters and X-Wings. And I think they're actually fighting on that planet shown in the poster.
They probably are.
That may be the headquarters for the First Order. Alright, so you get the stormtroopers that ran. She's got some kind of new laser pistol we've never seen. She's firing it at... you get a stormtrooper who ignorantly tried to fight a ship. Kylo Ren turned around, obviously using the Force on someone with his lightsaber. Now, alright, so this is a good picture of his lightsaber. As you can see, it doesn't look like the traditional, like smooth blade of like Darth Vader's or Sidious's. It looks kind of rough and everything like that. That's because he didn't really make his lightsaber all that well.
Yeah, I'm guessing by the looks of it, he has the Force abilities because, you know, Jedi and Sith did not build their lightsabers with their hands, but with their mind.
Yeah.
And so I guess this is a speculation to say that there's a fault in his lightsaber.
Yeah. I would probably go to... Well, I mean, when you think about it, they did storm the Jedi Temple and pretty much destroy everything. So, like, the whole knowledge of how to build, like, a decent hilt was probably lost during that.
Yeah.
So, I can only speculate that he's done the best he could.
Yeah.
But it still looks like a pretty badass sword, though.
It does look like a really good lightsaber, and I actually wouldn't mind having one of those lightsabers that look like that.
Yeah. Alright, so you get the explosion. Oh, go back. Alright, go back. Yep, go back. Went back too far. Really? There's a part right there I wanted to bring up. Alright, so we get all that. Stormtroopers are off, her shooting. Right here. Alright, so... the whole part, now this ties in with the whole part of Chewie dying. Leia is hugging Han in what appears they are grieving. So I can only imagine that Chewbacca does die in this movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's bad.
We probably just crushed like thousands of Chewbacca fans.
We all must do the Chewbacca cry for him. Just remember him in our hearts.
Now,
he was a great...
We don't know anything like confirmed, guys. We don't know. Chewbacca may live. Leia could be, for all we know, like crying that there's another war on the brew, and that she doesn't want no more war. Now, obviously, we get Finn right here with Anakin and Luke's old lightsaber. He's activated it, and he looks like he's gonna fight. But right here, go ahead.
He looks like he's ready to fight, but then whenever you cut to the next scene of Kylo Ren actually there, for one, you do notice he does not have the he does not have the mask or the helmet or the robe or anything. Just a standard Jedi/Sith outfit. You can see that, well, there's his hair and not a mask or a helmet.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop it perfectly right there, but I'm having difficulty doing that. There's a point I want to make about that whole scene right there.
So basically, I'm guessing that you get to see the face of Kylo Ren.
Well, yeah, he's not like Vader where he's confined to that mask. I mean, I'm guessing he could take it off.
Yeah, he's able to take it off because he don't need it.
All right, so I obviously right here what I guess is that Kylo Ren's been pushed to the limit and he's had enough, so he's taking the mask off and everything like that. Actually, right here, it looks like at the beginning when Finn activates the lightsaber, it looked like he was ready for a fight, but you can see as Kylo Ren is about to has his activated.
Actually,
go ahead.
You can tell that, well, Finn does not look happy.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's
looks
ready
scared.
for this. He looks scared, honestly. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
look at
he
that face.
He does not look like he wants to do this. But
Yeah.
he's sort of put in a position where he has no choice.
Then you get the Star Wars logo.
And that's basically the trailer.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to stop it perfectly on when he raises his lightsaber up. If I can't, I'll just move on. But there's
it don't matter.
Yeah, there's
But still.
another well, I can't stop it, so we'll just go on. But you can see right there, you guys can stop it if you want. His lightsaber kind of looks like it's got electricity coming off of it, which furthers on to me and Jacob's estimations of it being not a poorly made, a really poorly made lightsaber.
Yeah, probably not of course, something that can function, but not something of its true power.
All right. So we're at the end of the video now. All right. So Jacob, how do you feel this movie will do? Like a 1 out of 10, no decimals, just a solid number, 1 out of 10. How do you think this movie will do for a non-Star Wars fan?
For a non-Star Wars fan, for someone who's getting interested in probably a new trilogy or a new thing, if the story is played out excellently and explains, the past and what has occurred, then I'd say I'd give it a pretty solid 8 or 9. I cannot go to the boundary of 10 just yet.
Yeah. And I can understand that, because for a newcomer, I would give it just right now. I'd sing it, and like Jacob said, if it sticks with the story, explains things, and continues on the story very nicely, then an 8 and 9 out of 10 as of right now. If you guys did not know, I am going the 21st to actually see the movie, and I will be giving a review of the movie.
I'm going to try to see the movie at some point.
Yeah.
When it's in theaters, because I've mentioned it, and it's we're going to try and do it.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is a rating for a Star Wars fan, like you or me.
Now for a Star Wars fan, for someone who knows the expansive lore behind it, again, it sort of falls into the same thing for a new fan if it explains what happened, because it's it would just make no sense if they didn't explain what happened.
Yeah, the books were kind of non-canon, so we get a new story.
So you never know what possibly happened, because this is an alternate universe, not the true thing.
Yeah. So 8 and 9
sequel. So actually for a true Star Wars fan, if it does stick to this well, again, I would say an 8 or 9, and if maybe a solid 7 if for a Star Wars fan, if they are whatever.
Well, for me personally, if you're a Star Wars fan, I think you'll probably... I'm going to go with a solid 9. Because
You'd probably like it.
Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're probably going to like this either way. Because, let's be honest, the first movie, The Phantom Menace, was god-awful. But even the most least Star Wars fan, enjoyed it because of the last lightsaber battle at the end.
All because the Duel of Fates and Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan.
Yep.
That's the only thing anyone cared about.
Yep. Alright, so so far from what you've seen, would you advise fans that go out and see this movie right here, they've not seen any other Star Wars movies, would you advise them starting with this one, just from what you've seen?
Well, honestly, if you're going to start a trilogy out, if you're going to start watching Star Wars, don't start with The Force Awakens. Because there's plenty of time before The Force Awakens even comes out.
Yeah.
So, start at least, I would say, with the sequels, not the prequels. 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, the original.
Start with them. If you want to start with the prequels, go ahead. But,
it's order of preference. If you want to see, the order they were made, you want to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But if you want to see them, story chronological order-wise, then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But it's all according to your preference.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like and favorite to subscribe. And I don't like. I'm gonna shamelessly promote myself. I have a Twitter account. Yep, we have a Twitter account. You can go to our YouTube channel and click the links there. I'll even put the links in the description below. We also have a Twitch, although we've not really used it though.
We don't use it.
Yeah, we don't use it. But go follow us on Twitter, and if you haven't already, like, favorite the video, subscribe, become part of the gaming army today if you haven't already, and we will see you in our next video. Peace.
Whenever that may be. But yeah, peace out, brothers.